Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and I'm going to show you why the gun in Dying Light 2 sucks, but how to upgrade it to make it a little bit better. And I do mean a little bit because it still sucks, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because, as you can see, it doesn't do enough damage even when upgraded, and I will show you that in a second. But also, after just a few shots, it explodes on you and dies. It also costs quite a lot to craft, which is a problem. In order to upgrade your boomstick, you need to go to a craftsmaster, and you'll find it under the upgrades section, and in there you can upgrade your boomstick in various different ways, and you need to use unique resources that you'll find by killing zombies and getting the zombie trophies, the infected trophies. Now, I found the easiest way to do this is actually to go into a dark zone during the day. That's the fastest way to do it. It's also the most difficult. I've currently completed the game, which means all the infected are the same level as me, which makes life even more difficult. And what you need to do is essentially kill as many as you can in this room as quickly as possible and then loot their bodies. Doing this then gives you a number of different trophies, both uniques, rares and uncommons. You need to collect all of those, and a lot of them, in order to upgrade the boomstick as much as possible. Upgrading takes quite an amount of time because of the number of trophies that you're getting out of them, but you can see from this room as I go around looting the corpses that there are a few different trophies appearing in there. You get a lot of uncommons from killing a standard infected, but it's the rares and the uniques that are a bit more tricky. Now you can see my upgraded boomstick level, but you still need 9 infected rares and 6 infected unique trophies to push it up to a higher level. You can see it currently does 240 damage, so I've now got to run around and try and get the rest of those bits to upgrade it even further. Look out for the special infected zombies, the huge beasts, the spitters, the bolters, the howlers. All those guys will give you more high level infected trophies than the standard zombies, and this is obviously a good way to do it. Get them in there, kill them with those PK guns mounted on the vehicles, then keep going back to the craftsmaster. But you can see yet again I'm having trouble getting that unique trophy, but there is a trick to getting the unique trophies, and that's revisiting the infected buildings, GRE infection zones, where you'd get the inhibitors from previously. In there, if you do this during the day, it is insanely difficult, but if you're very careful and you just stick to the top level, you will find that you'll find a number of the pretty dangerous, vicious, muscle-bound warrior infected, which have those sweet unique trophies on them. Now, if you can get a couple or just one on his own, then you probably have more success. I'd highly recommend using the UV torch to sort of push them off guard and keep them at bay a little bit, and obviously dodging their main attacks. Once you do that and kill them off, you can then get the trophies. You can keep visiting the different infected buildings that you've been to previously and smash your way through and get those unique trophies. But if you go deep into them, you will find that you get surrounded by a lot of infected, including multiples of these. Sometimes 3 are lurking in the same room, and that is pretty difficult to handle. However, if you can lure them out and get them on their own, then it's a bit more easy to smash them in. Just watch out for those vicious swings and make use of that UV torch to sort of put them off a little bit. And an upgraded weapon can obviously also be useful. As I said, each of the buildings has this ability in it, so you can revisit some of those older ones, fast travel back to the previous areas. Then, once you've done that, you can then upgrade your boomstick. You can see I've got mine up to the higher level, and it's now 480 damage, but it still only has 4 shots in it. And at this stage of the game, at least for me, it's not very effective. You'll see a close-up shot of it here. It didn't even kill that infected. It got that one, but I found actually that the crossbow is a more effective weapon than this. It's faster firing, it doesn't break, and also it doesn't cost as much to craft the bolts. The boomstick costs 100 scraps, which is not a small amount of scraps, and you use scraps for a lot of other things, including lockpicks, so it is a bit of a beast.